Pacquiao versus Errol Spence. The stakes are high and the night is close. The general showdown seems to be just a moment away. You're right, we're talking about Manny Pacquiao's encounter with Errol Spence. We also know that you've been very impatient, and literally, who isn't? It's all over the news and on people's lips. Instead of just hopelessly lurking around, let's discuss a bit more on what's going to happen on the 21st of August. Before we commence, we formally welcome you all back to our channel. It is our goal and mission to provide informative and captivating content for all. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a huge thumbs up. Share this video to all boxing fanatics you know. If you want to remain informed of videos like these, press the bell icon towards the corner of the video. Pacquiao's brilliant high-low technique was used against Thurman in the great 2019 showdown. Pacquiao jabs first to the head, followed by a shifting straight right to the body, followed by another shifting straight left to the head. Pacquiao moves in and out of punches, making it very hard for his opponents to escape when the Pac-Man chooses to come forward. Pacquiao's fans hope that the power and ferocity he used against Thurman will be harnessed towards Errol as well. Let us discuss his power and swiftness in greater detail. Research proves that it takes 0.12 seconds for the Pac-Man to land a punch on his opponent. Pacquiao adopts a southpaw stance in which he has his right foot and right hand dominant. Don't underestimate the strength of his left hand. See this clip of Pacquiao's fight against Brandon Rios from 2013. The way Rios smiles to try and hide his pain says it all. The same technique was used in his fight with Floyd Mayweather that took place in 2015. By leaving Floyd in a corner, Pacquiao starts showering punches all over him. Pacquiao has been referred to as the boxer who won titles in the most weight class categories. With one perfectly landed punch, from him, you're off your feet. Along with that, over 20 years experience in boxing is sure to defeat Errol.
I don't see myself, ever getting knocked out. It's just something I don't see. But, we're definitely going to be cautious and mindful that he does have power.
Errol Spence made an ironic statement in a recent interview. He was asked if a 42-year-old could knock him out in the upcoming fight. His response was simply stating, "Neither have I ever been knocked out, nor will I ever be." Pacquiao stared meaningfully at the youngster, as if hitting him to not be overconfident. Pacquiao's left hand is lethal, as discussed earlier, and if Spence gets hit in the sweet spot, he could be going down. Trust us when we say, Pacquiao will be looking to make the young man learn from his mistakes. After all, he did teach Thurman the same lesson. Let's unveil Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather's fight further. Just look at the strength of that beastly left arm. The way Pacquiao defends himself and then attacks Floyd simultaneously is amazing.
The need to develop angles and not come straight down the middle. Although that left hand landed for Pacquiao and maybe hurt.
Take a look at this blow, for instance. You can see Floyd is clearly dazed. In this highlight, you can see Floyd's lips muttering "no" over and over again, as if he is fighting with himself as well.
Did you feel that a unanimous decision for Mayweather was unjust, or did you agree with that decision?
Yeah, unjust. I didn't think it was that way.
Did you have Pacquiao winning that fight?
Well, I actually thought he did.
This interview confirms Pac-Man's valor and superiority, as testified by Evander Holyfield himself. Loving the video so far? If you want Pacquiao to defeat Spence, make sure you give a big hit to that subscribe button. Share your views in the comments. Be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. For notifications on our latest videos, hit that bell icon.
Look, there's Pacquiao, he's rushing in right there, boom, and there's the hook that dropped him, but preceded by a straight left hand to the belly.
Manny Pacquiao. Oh, down goes Thurman!
Pacquiao uses a variety of different angles to confuse his opponents. He uses these angles during, before, and after he throws swift combinations. Pacquiao's ultra-fast combinations overwhelm the opponent, making it impossible for him to evade his attack, just as you saw from his fight with Thurman. Diversity and surprise is the key here. Pacquiao believes in catching the opponent by surprise using unprecedented angles which appear awkward to fighters, making it very hard to defend against. Another deceit that Pacquiao plays around with is to supposedly maneuver out of the striking zone for the fighter to attack. Once the opponent takes the bait and lunges, Pacquiao flashes in the scene and leaves the fighter disoriented. He uses the same baiting technique to set up his rear overhead left. The bait this time is the position of the head. What the Pac-Man essentially does is to supposedly offer his head to the opponent. While they are deciding on how to land a punch, Pacquiao uses the power of his monstrous left hand from across the body to strike the opponent from under. Thus, he is able to attack and defend at the same time. Pacquiao's blocking style is one of a kind. The triangle block guard is a defense normally used in kickboxing and Muay Thai battles, which helps to ward off head kicks. Now, let us come back to some of Manny's boxing tricks that help him dominate the ring. Rear overhead left. Tap block, tap jab. Double left sneak, and so on. It is to be noticed how Pacquiao stays patient inside the ring. So there is this hype and controversy all over, spread by Errol's fans, that Errol is a much bigger and powerful fighter than Pacquiao. Let's be clear here, folks. The Pac-Man has smoked fighters bigger than him numerous times before. Want evidence? Watch the Manny vs. Margarito fight back in 2010. See how Pacquiao delivers an array of punches with ease. Moreover, you can clearly see Margarito's size compared to Manny's. Second comes Pacquiao's fight with 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐿, also from the year 2010. See how Manny Pacquiao is using his opponent's midsection and then is swiftly changing his stance to attack the face? Still not satisfied? Don't worry, we have loads to offer. Let's see Pacquiao's fight with Oscar De La Hoya from 2008, for instance. Just look at how Pacquiao is confusing Oscar with his movements, not allowing him to land a punch in this highlight. Manny's supreme low baiting head rear overhand left technique speaks for itself. Just try to feel the intensity of that blow. Pacquiao knocks down the opponent and sends him flying off his feet. Pacquiao's fight with Adrian Broner for 2019 highlights the same technique.
Again, to start with the jab is what does it.
Adrian is no match for the Pac-Man and receives some serious blows in trying to defend himself. Another one of Pacquiao's strength is his high-low technique. This was demonstrated best in his fight with Miguel Cotto back from 2009.
Reflexes and time and wait and see little openings that very few fighters can see. That's why he lives.
This technique, also named jab high, hit low, made Pacquiao the victor of the fight. By jabbing high to increase your opponent's guard, Manny gets a clear shot at the midsection and uses his right hand to strike. This undoubtedly knocks the wind out of your opponent and is a really effective and supreme strategy. To demonstrate Pacquiao's use of awkward angles, let's look at this highlight of his fight with Adrian Broner once again.
Condition that he was able to actually gobble up, bam, right on the...
Just try to fathom that speed and ferocity in trying to get under and over to Adrian's head.
He's flicking out his right hand. That always precedes, and oh boy, there's a headbutt. Either that or a punch, but it may have been a head.
Back to Thurman's fight. See how Pacquiao uses swift movements to maneuver across the ring to both attack and defend.
Because we did see you kind of giving body language, leaning over a little bit.
The body shot was a terrific body shot. I even took my mouthpiece out of my mouth just so that I can breathe a little deeper.
Even his opponents praise his techniques. For instance, after the fight, the injured Thurman confessed in an interview saying how he had to take his mouthpiece out to breathe more deeply. He says, "I know I got his respect in the ring." We believe that Manny Pacquiao's history and previous record speaks of how the future is going to be shaped. For the dear Errol Spence fans, perhaps overconfidence isn't always good. You never know what's going to happen and how. With this final ending note, we reach the very end of today's video. We believe that the ring belongs to Pacquiao, and he will dominate Spence one way or the other. Do you agree? If not, then why? Let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. Share it with your friends as much as possible and ask for their opinion as well. Press the bell icon to not miss out on any of our future videos. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.